Hello, today I'm going to make a video talking about mental math and some concepts for you to get the answer quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at something like this here. Let's say you had 967 and you wanted to times it by 52. Okay, you do that. And of course people do, they start here and they start to get the number down, start with 4, carry the number and then cross. That's all good. But what you want to do, you want to be able to practice mental math. And I have found a way that you can actually line these numbers up so you can see them in your mind easily. What we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of space here and just show you what I'm talking about. We're going to do it this way. You're going to put the 967 here, but instead of putting the 5, 2 here, you put the 5 here, the 2 here, and you can either put a line or just add 0. Just make a difference because that's going to be empty space. Okay. And so what you have here are numbers that you can see in your mind. And the numbers that you can see are going to look like this here. It's 9, 5, 6, 2, and 7. You can actually hold that in your memory. You can look at that and work with those numbers only. So you have 9, 5, 6, 2, 7. And what you do the first 2, the next 4, the next 4, and the last 2. Okay? So here's how we do it. We're going to make sure you see this on the page. Get more space. There you go. And we'll start with this here. And again, you practice this just as a mental exercise. You can do it on paper. You can do it, any way you want. But if you want to do it mentally, you want to be able to do it from left to right. So we'll start with the 9 times 5, and that's going to be 45. You just say it 3 times. Say 45, 45, 45, and that's in your memory. Then you want to cross. Here, of course, you can see it as 18 and 30, which is 48. So now you say 45 plus 4 is 4, 9, and there's 8 left over. So 4, 9, 8. Again, that's in your mind right now. 4, 9, 8. Okay. Now, next thing you want to do, you want to do your next crossover. So you go here, 35 and 12. Okay. So 35 and 12 is 47. Okay. So you, in your mind, you had 4, 9, 8, and you're going to add another 4. So that's going to make it 5027. Okay, 5027. Again, it's in your mind. It's a larger number, but just break it down. 5027. And now, at this point, if you want to, you can actually write that down. Okay, so you go 5027. But before you put the 7 down, you'll notice that there's a 14 coming up. You see, 14. So what you do is you turn that 7 to an 8, and you put down the 4, and that's the answer. And that's how you do it. Okay? So whenever I'm trying to do like a demonstration of a number, I'm always thinking ahead, thinking about what I'm going to end up with. But then when I get to the end, if I get a little bit nervous or I get a little bit fatigued, I don't want to forget the number. I just write it down. Write down numbers that won't have to be added to anymore. So 502. It was a 7, but I saw 14 coming up. So I put down the 8, adding the 1 to the 7, and put down the 4. And that's how you do it. Now, when you do this mentally, again, I do this a lot to keep my mental, skills up for practicing. But you look at numbers and you kind of pre-plan things as well. For example, if you look here at this number, you know that it ends in 14. So you kind of put that aside, okay? Or if you can look here, you see the middle number. Now, the hardest parts are going to be the middle numbers. Like this, this is 35 and 12, okay? So that's going to be 47. You can see that if you're looking at it. Or if the beginning part you see here you have 45, and here you have an 18 and 30. So you want to be able to see numbers that are going to be coming up constantly, and you start to put them together. But it's a good exercise. And again, the numbers aren't small. You get 9s, 7s, 5s. So it's a good number, and the result is kind of obvious that it's correct. But when you practice this, you want to be able to do this mentally. And you do not want to write anything down except for the answer. And that's going to be the challenge. Don't write anything down except the answer. Now, when you go back and see what you did, again, I always say, when you do the first part, say it 3 times. You say 45, 45. And then you see 48. And then you add that. So 45 plus 4. You see, so it's 4, 9. And you're going from there. But that's the way these things are done. And people who are good at doing math, and not these people who are born with this natural ability that they can't explain, but people who are really, really good at just doing the math like step by step. They practice these things over and over and over and over again to get the answer. Okay, so this is a good technique. Practice it. Use different numbers, but the best thing to do again is to line up properly. So if you had it here, let's say 0 was right here, okay, it wouldn't have lined up. It wouldn't line up as well in your mind, okay? Because if you were doing 9, 0, okay, and then you were doing 6, 5, and 7, 2, you're gonna get confused. You don't know where to start. You don't know, because you can't do 9 times 0. So the secret of this is to line it up properly and start to do it systematically. The first 2, the next 4, the last 4, and the last 2. And then that's just the way it goes. Okay? So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and watch again. These videos are for you to learn and to improve your math skills. People have wanted to learn these things for many years, and now I'm trying to give it to you in a way that is simplified and accessible to anyone. So have a great day. This is John from Life Academy saying goodbye.